Happy Sunday, guys, and welcome to day 11 of my 31-day challenge that I'm running in the month of August. If you guys haven't caught up with my challenge yet, I will leave my playlist link down below, the kickoff video, and also this calendar that I am running that I have a little daily challenge for ourselves, a little daily goal to hit all throughout the month of August. If you guys are just tuning in now and you're thinking maybe you can't join in because you didn't do, the first 10 days, that's no problem. There's a few days that are repeat steps throughout the month, but feel free to just join in anytime. Kind of the point behind this challenge is to create a life that we love, like be our best selves, kind of give us something to focus on, positivity, all those great things. So you definitely didn't have to start at day one, but if you have been here since day one, I thank you so much because this challenge has been really so much fun for me to do, and I'm really happy. I did it for myself in July. I decided to take it public in August, and I'm really glad that I did. Your comments have been so awesome. The messages have been so awesome, so thank you guys. But for today 11, I think today is a really important day because what I have written down on the calendar is check your mental health. And this might be something that you don't struggle with, and this might be something that you do struggle with. So again, what I've been saying for this challenge and for the calendar is to really make it about you, what's going to be best to help you. So again, if this is a day that you don't think that you do need, feel free to incorporate something else, maybe another day from the challenge, maybe something in the future, or something to be working on your goals that we've been working towards this month, something like that. Just whatever it is that you need to do to make this day work for you. But I really wanted to include this on the calendar because I have been pretty open about talking about mental health and some of the struggles that I deal with, and I've learned that I think it's important for every so often to check in with myself and kind of see how I'm doing, and is there areas where I feel like I need help in, whether it be talking to someone or something else. So I just think that it's an important day, and so I really did want it to include it. I had this on my list for July, and I really wanted to include it for August as well, and to have a conversation. And like I said, I've obviously been doing the challenge along with you guys throughout August, and it's interesting as I sit down today to film this video. I'm actually filming this on Thursday. I try to give myself the weekends off, so I'm trying to film for Sunday and Monday for today. But as I was sitting down to film this video, I was actually thinking this to myself this morning. I was thinking that I'm having such a good run right now that it's actually giving me anxiety, which might sound really strange, but if you struggle with anxiety or depression, maybe you'll understand where I'm coming from. And what really sucks is that days where I'm not feeling anxious, not feeling depressed, I feel like everything's like clicking into place. All of a sudden, this, I don't want to say that it's foreshadowing. I don't know what it is, but I just have this feeling creep in of, it's not always going to be this way. I mean, I have struggled with this since for many years now. I've struggled with this. I don't think it's something that's ever just going to go away. It's not something that ever just is going to be fixed, or something like that. It's just something that I've learned to have to deal with in my life. And so when I'm having times where it seems like things are going so well and I'm so happy and I'm working hard and I'm feeling motivated, things are going well, like I'm having such a great time doing this challenge in August. It gives me something to look forward to every day. I love the calendar. I love that my husband's doing it with me. I love the support of the community. I've been doing so many fun videos that I really enjoy on YouTube. My next book is chugging along. I'm doing a cover reveal and a synopsis. It's going into proofreading. I'm so excited about that. Our house is coming together. We moved to a new house a couple months ago, and I feel like we finally just added some items to the walls. Like we're getting some decorating done. Like we bought a new couch for the basement, like just different things like that I'm like, yes, things are going so well. Like I'm so happy. I wake up every day, I'm like, yay, like another day, let's do this. But all of a sudden it's like I have these thoughts in my mind that are like, it's not going away though, it's gonna come for you. And I'm like, no. And it's almost making me anxious every day, waiting to get hit with some sort of depression or some like debilitating anxiety. And it sucks because I'm like, okay, leave me alone right now. Like I'm so happy. I'm in such a good space. Like leave me alone. Because with depression, especially, it's not scheduled, it's not planned. It's not just because I'm having a bad day or a bad week or a bad month that it means that I'm depressed. That's not what that is. That's just you're having a bad day. Depression is so much more than that. It's so much bigger than that. Again, I'm going to use the word debilitating. It's so much more debilitating than having a crap day. And it can hit you at the times where you're super happy. It can hit you at low times. It can hit you at times where you're not feeling either way. You're just in the middle. And it's just so weird to think that I feel anxiety because I'm so happy right now. Because I know that it's not going to stay that way. Isn't that so crazy to think? So I was thinking about that just this morning. And then as I was sitting down this afternoon to film, I saw that the next topic was going to be check your mental health. And checking in with myself, that's how I feel. Like, I feel so good right now. I feel so motivated and so positive, but I'm so scared of going back into another depressed spell. It sucks. It's so horrible. If you don't deal with it, it's probably really hard, because I haven't always had depression. I wasn't born with depression, let me say that. So there was a time in my life where I didn't have it, and I remember that I could even just be reading a book or talking with a family member, because depression does, depression and anxiety does run in our family. So there's other members of my family that I've seen go through it, and you hear people say that, and I'm like, just be happy. Just be happy, snap out of it, do something fun. Like, come on, like, what are you doing? And now with dealing with it and dealing with it for so many years, it's not that simple. I mean, I don't think I'm like a bad person for using to think that, especially as like a young girl not understanding. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just, it's hard to relate to something when you don't go through it yourself and you don't see it and feel it yourself. It's hard to relate to it. It's like you can't understand it. So I have, I can relate to both sides of that, because I used to see people talking about their depression and I'd think, just be happy. And now that I do deal with it myself, that's not the case, because even when I am so happy, I can be in a depression, and it's so challenging. So that's just a little something that I wanted to share for today's video. I'm gonna talk to a few people about how I'm feeling right now and how I'm feeling about this like anxious feeling that I keep getting. And I would love, like, is this something that you deal with yourself? Is this something that that maybe you would have some advice for me too? Because like I said, I am going to seek advice from others as well and have some conversations and see what I can do best about this. But I thought it could be something that I could share today, because I feel like I don't hear a lot of people say this particular subject, which kind of scares me a little bit to put out there, but I feel like someone else has to, have thoughts of this too. And I really like having open conversations about mental health and kind of removing the stigma of not being able to talk about it, because I don't think that's good for anyone. And to have to hide something like struggling with mental health, I don't think that should be a thing anymore. I'm trying to do my best to break down those walls. There's so many other fantastic YouTubers that are doing a great job in the same area too, and I commend them so much, because it is not easy to come on camera and tell someone that you're depressed. Oh, I remember making the first video saying that, and it was so overwhelming to admit that online, because I'm not just sitting in a room by myself talking to a camera. I'm talking to thousands of people. Some of you watching me, this is your first video. Some of you watching me, you've been watching me for 3 years. Some of you watching me, we used to be friends and you still pop in on my videos every once in a while. Some of you watching are a family member. It's so hard to open yourself up like this on the internet, because you don't know exactly who is all watching you and what message they're taking away from what you're saying. So it can be a little bit scary when you start getting vulnerable and you start opening yourself up, especially to arenas such as mental health. But I think that is an important conversation, and it's really made a big impact on me. It's really made a big difference to me since I've started doing this in my YouTube videos, and I feel like I'm helping contribute to taking away that stigma of having to stay quiet about mental health, because I don't think that that's a good thing. So for today, for day 11, it is check your mental health. How are you doing? Is there something that you can do that you can get help with? Is there someone that can help you with that? that's just what I want today's focus to be about. We have to take care of ourselves, not only physically, but mentally, emotionally. I think that it's such a huge thing. So today I really want you to maybe have a conversation with yourself, just check in, see how you're doing, and further than that, see if there's anything that you can do to help in that arena. If you would have any comments, suggestions, advice for me, for anyone else leaving comments in here, I'd love if you guys would leave that too. This has been such a supportive community, which I appreciate so much. So especially today when we're tackling more of an emotional subject, more of a personal subject, I just want to send a quick reminder to be kind in your comments. Sometimes it can be really hard, even if you have good intentions with a comment. Sometimes on the internet, when you don't have that face-to-face, it can be a little bit harder to understand a tone or something like that. So maybe just double check your comments or your sentences just to be on the safe side today, because I know that this could be a little bit of a harder topic, but I do think that it is something that is really important. So I hope that you guys have been enjoying the challenge. Good luck with today, because I feel like this is kind of a bigger one, but I thank you so much for your support, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.